Yo, what up y'all? IntraVenus here, back with another episode of P.O.L Game Review and Music, and today I'm doing part 15 of my ongoing Spawn collecting series, where I document every single Spawn figure that I collect and more. Today we are taking a look at 5 more figures, and 2 of them are variants of the same action figure, so we might move along a little quicker this time. Without further ado, let's get on to the first action figure. Cosmic Angela has appeared on this show before, but this is not the normal variant of Cosmic Angela. This is the Diamond Distributors Spawn Month exclusive. You'll see here that this has a later style packaging, and on the back it features later figures than Cosmic Angela was released on. These are later series. And this specific Angela is pretty freaking sweet. She has part green and part skin showing, like she's got one green sleeve and one green legging, and then one open leg and one open arm. She has black hair. She has gold accents on her weapons and her armor, and it's kind of like a bronzy reddish gold, which is pretty sweet. On the back you'll notice that it has Series 8 listed, and that this version of Cosmic Angela came out in 1997. Along with Series 8, you'll see Series 7, Series 2 of Total Chaos, and Series 1 of Todd McFarlane's Monsters. And as well as an updated image of how this action figure operates, where it does sport the new paint variant. Let's see what the Clip and Collect has to offer us for Cosmic Angela, because it's been a while since we've read it. Cosmic Angela. Just as Medieval Spawn and Angela battled hundreds of years ago, Cosmic Angela and Future Spawn, who exist sometime in the future, are always at each other's throats. Cosmic Angela, like Future Spawn, is outfitted in all of the latest high-tech hardware available. Like Angela, she knows the future of all believers everywhere rests solely on her shoulders. This might be, yes, I think it is my favorite variant of Cosmic Angela that I own. I think this is the 3rd version that I have. Let me know in the comments if you've seen all 3 of those. Let's move on to the next action figure. Yep, next up we have a twofer. This is Renegade Spawn. He's just listed as Renegade on the packaging, but we all know that he's Renegade Spawn. Look at him, he's Spawn. This is Spawn. And this is from Series 8, which was listed on the back of that Cosmic Angela. We have 2 paint variants of this pretty awesome Spawn action figure. The first is actually the original paint variant that is listed on the back. Though I do not see his shield. They might have just left it out of the picture because they don't always sport everything there. But Renegade Spawn is pretty sweet. He comes with an eagle, a shield, he's got a couple spears, a knife. This may be some sort of crossbow thing going on here. Yep, arrow fires from the crossbow. Also from 1997, you'll see on the back, Series 8 included Renegade Spawn, Curse of the Spawn, Rotar, Saber, Gatekeeper, and Gravedigger. And we have featured Gravedigger and Curse of the Spawn on this channel before. The second variant of Renegade Spawn is my favorite by far. It's got extra weapons, by the way. You got 2 new weapons. You got a new war club and a spear, and this is the 2nd edition as it's listed on the front of the package, and he's split halfway down the middle of his body. He's half black and half ashy white, and he still has the eagle and all the other great stuff. Both action figures also include this cool skull headdress dealy with the real black hair coming off of it. I by far like the newer variant better, the 2nd edition, though he is missing the Spawn details on his outfit, which is maybe cooler on the other one. I do like that he has the Spawn, you know, stripes and such on the original. But they both do have the Spawn symbol on their little sash there. Let's see what the Clip and Collect has to offer. Renegade. A Spawn can exist in many forms throughout the tracks of time. Renegade was chosen to be a Spawn because of his superior battle skills with edged weapons and his bow and arrow. Never far from his bald eagle, Renegade travels across the land in search of his nemesis, Saber, vowing to seek revenge for Saber's senseless destruction of the land. I think it'd be really cool to see Renegade and the Max run in with each other. They both have these kind of hairy headpieces, and, you know, if I had one out of the package, I would probably put them next to each other on the same shelf, because that'd be pretty neat, you know what I'm saying? But yes, this is Renegade Spawn in 2 forms, and I'm sure there are more variants than that. All of these Spawn figures, for the most part, have multiple variants, and I like to see them and collect them all. Let's move on to the next figure. Next up, we have a figure from Series 13. And Series 13 was all about Curse of the Spawn. And this is Curse of the Spawn 2. In parentheses, it does say Daniel Lanzo or Yanzo. And I don't recall if that's the name of this Spawn or not. Please let me know in the comments below. But this is a really detailed, good action figure. In fact, even the packaging, they started to do this cut on the side where it's got some detailed ridges. This is in really good condition for the most part. It's really when they started to make the action figures lean more towards detailed statues for adults and less for kids when it came to this point, is what I'm seeing. But I bet somewhere on here it still says for ages 5 and up. Yep, ages 5 and up. Curse of the Spawn 2 from Series 13. On the back you'll see Jessica Priest and Mr. Obersmith. That was a 2-pack. Hatchet, Ranius, Medusa, Zeus. There's a special box edition of Desiccator and Curse of the Spawn 2. I really need to get some stuff here. One time I saw Jessica Priest and Mr. Obersmith at a pawn shop or something like that, and it was a really good price, but at that time I wasn't that into collecting these, and I was really looking for the original older ones. Even though this is old, this is from 1998, you know. It's a shame that I missed that. Anyhow, you'll see some nice detail on here. Yeah, he's got some sort of snake dragon thing wrapped around his axe. He comes with all these bats that you can attach to him and pose around him. Unfortunately, when I was doing close-ups of this, I noticed a little piece floating around, and it's the broken tip of one of his spikes. He's got all these bony spikes coming off of him, and the one on his left hand is snapped off. It actually looks like it was pressed up against the axe, and the axe chopped it off. That's a shame. Still, aside from that, this is in really good condition, and they still have clip and collects for these in this period of time, so let's see what the Clip and Collect has to say. Curse of the Spawn 2. We learn from the past. We live in the present. We fear the future. From the not-too-distant future comes Daniel Yanzo. Curse of the Spawn 2. Shards of hardened bone, tissue of rotting, semi-organic flesh, and the stench of death are the ingredients of the terror that the Curse of the Spawn unfolds upon those in his path. Don't just be afraid. Beware. Yeah, that's a good description. I like that. And we do learn a little bit that I guess it is Daniel Yanzo? Lanzo? I'm thinking because of the double L, it's Yan. So let me know in the comments if you know how that's said, eh? I love asking you for things in the comments. Let's see what you come up with, you know what I'm saying? This is cool. This is a really cool one, and it's one of the newest action figures that I own as far as retro action figures, so pretty cool. Let's go on to the next one. And the final one. Yes, this is the final one, because I like to save the big ones for last. This here, we're going back a little bit in time from the previous selections I've used. This is Spawn 3 from Series 7. Series 7 is from 1996. And Spawn 3 comes in an unusually large package. He has unusually large wings, that you might say, instead of a cape. And they extend with a little spring action. He's got light up eyes. Unfortunately, they kept a little plastic shield around his face in the packaging, and it's gotten a little dirty or yellowed over time, and it's kind of hard to see his face in there. It's kind of foggy. But there are two variants that I'm aware of this action figure. One has an owl, and the other has the dog. Or maybe they both have the dog, and one has the owl and one has the bat. You'll have to look into it, but this one has a bat up in one side and a dog in the other. He's got an axe. He's got these chains that are actual links. Really cool. The cape is made out of a material. This was like the ultimate Spawn action figure until they kept on going, making him more intricate as far as statue and realistic looking. But this is like the ultimate play Spawn. I remember having this when I was a kid, or maybe I had a friend that had it, but it was really cool that he had the big old cape. Though I'm sure it got broke pretty easily. You'll see on the back that Series 7 had Zombie Spawn, Scourge, Twitch and Sam, or Sam and Twitch, though they're listed Twitch and then Sam here. We got Spawn 3, the Mangler, No Body, and Crutch. You also see we got Series 6, Series 5, and the first series of Total Chaos. With spring up action cape and light up eyes, let's see what the Clip and Collect has to say. Spawn 3. Our hero, Spawn, aka Al Simmons, Al, a CIA operative, was killed in the line of duty. A superior soldier with keen fighting skills, he made a pact with the leader of the Darklands, Malbolgia, to see his wife one more time. In exchange, Al became Spawn, and thus a soldier in Malbolgia's army. After being tricked by Malbolgia and thrust back to Earth 5 years in the future, Spawn now uses his finite powers to fight the destructive deeds of the Empire of the Darklands, and evil everywhere. And that is the true description of our hero, our anti-hero Spawn, and why we do the show, and why I do the show, and why you might be watching the show. And that is our final action figure for this episode. Some real nostalgia feels here, taking it back to the 90s as we usually do, and don't worry, I've got a lot more coming. I'm so glad you stuck around to the end of the episode. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this, because it really does help me out, and it encourages me to make more videos. I do these Spawn videos because I love it, and there are other people that enjoy it too, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Well, that was just childhood. We were all there together, and in denial would play like it was forever. And in the tall woods, we'd stay out of the weather like it was all good. Every day we made it for pleasure. We were saying whatever came to our minds, plain and simple like a tetherball reaching the sky.